mark, I'm ready to go. I think this test is very measurable, as it can be a valid test. It's used all the time and it's reliable. You can see the results are there in front of you, and you can see if she's put enough effort into the test. They're attainable because Callista is very capable of doing it. It's easy for her to do, but it's hard for her to not put the effort in, because if she doesn't put the effort in, then I can tell within herself that she's not, so I can pick apart the things she's doing. The test is realistic as well because it's easy for us to do anywhere. All I need is some cones, a tape measure maybe, and it's realistic because I can test her every 3 weeks to see where she's improving. And I want her to do the test. I'm going to test her with this test every 3 weeks, and by the end of the first 3 weeks, I'd like to see her go down at least a second in her test. Moving on to the questionnaire. The test is specific, as I made the questions relatable to her sport so that she knows exactly what I want her to do, what questions I want her to ask and why. It's measurable because it's a valid test again. I can measure the questions, I can change the questions to Callista's needs, to her preferences. Again, it's attainable because she can do it whenever she needs or whenever I feel she needs to. Again, it's realistic because it shows her what she needs to improve on, it shows her what she needs to maybe focus on. And it's a realistic test because, it's a good way of showing different things that the physical test can't show. For example, it can't show how confident she is or how well she performs under pressure. So she could just be honest with herself and open up the and do the test very well. And again, I would ask her to complete the tests every few weeks. Probably not every 3 weeks, every 5 weeks within a football league season, so I can see how my training is helping, where I need to improve, that sort of thing. Moving on to the squats. Specifically, I would tell Callista to use less weights in one of her 3 training sessions a week, to concentrate on getting low in her technique. This is measurable because I can watch her, I can film her, and I can show it back to her and measure her progression. It's also attainable as most of the gyms most of the gyms have a squatting rack, so it's just a case of going to the gym, maybe filming her every once in a while, just really repeating it, and like I say, most gyms have got the squat rack just to go up and we can have a look, get it done, sort of thing. It's realistic because we can go to any of the gyms on the island, and we can, whenever she wants, we can go, or during one of our sessions, we can stop from the other compound lifts or machine lifts or cardio sessions. We can stop that and we can go and have a look at her squats and how we're improving. As referring to time, I want her to get her weights up by 2.5 kg in the squats within the first 4 to 5 weeks. This is going as low as she can, right technique on her traps, right down with an extra 2.5, just so I know that she is in fact making progress. I'm going to look at her goals now. So for the indoor agility test, a short-term goal for Callista will be for her to fully understand the test and how to train for it. So things like I said before, like the circuit and skipping, or interval training with a quick burst, quick run, and then a walk to slow down, a quick run again. So she's off with a flash, and with the skipping she can, she can get her feet faster, so this means she can change direction easier, and we can come up with lots of different circuits for her to improve her feet movement with her ladders on the floor that she can run in and out, just to get the foot movement up. A medium target is for her to get back into training for the test, week in, week out, training anything she can do so that when we come to do the test over a longer term, over the sporting season, we can see the results from the start to the finish, because she's been doing it week in, week out training. Moving on from that, the long-term targets after that footballing season, I'll have a look again, I'll make her do the test again, and we will see her improvements. So from her training sessions she'll be doing with her club, gym sessions, she should be getting that time down, she should be getting the time from the Illinois agility test down, because week in, week out she'll be playing football games. She'll be used to weaving in and out of players, getting past defenders, things like that. So her feet movement will be getting better as she's playing. Moving on to the questionnaire, her short-term goal with me is we'll sit down like we are now, and we'll have a look at the results and see where she thought she did well, where she thought she could improve, and how she thinks we can do that together. The medium goal will be to look at pick out parts of how we can improve her confidence, the things that she's lacking, not taking penalties, not taking free kicks. Just sit down and focus on her and how she can do that. So this leads us onto the long-term goals, which will be after a football season, after we've completely finished that, we'll redo the questionnaire. She'll come back to me, we'll redo the questionnaire, tailored again to her, and then once she's redone that, I'll sit her down with the two questionnaires, and then we'll talk about the difference, how she's improved, where she can still improve on, how it's still a work in progress. But I would like to have seen her improve over. Confidence is the main one for her, but then, like I said before,